Welcome back to Game 2 of this match between North American champion SCCC and EU's second place team OHBOY as we work our way through the international bracket here in King of the Sea 12. SCCC last game dropping only their second game of the entire tournament in a convincing win for OHBOY. SCCC returning to the field with Ohio Yamato, Des Moines Worcester Stalingrad, fronted by 4 destroyers, double gearing, Kleber, and once again Fuzzballs in a Z52. Stats. Talk to me about the OHBOY lineup.
Yeah, OHBOY, the EU reps here, they are going with a 3 destroyer lineup. They've got Republic, Shikishima, Des Moines, triple Stalingrad, so triple 12k radar with gearing and double Marceau, who once again, as we saw earlier, are heading off towards that A cap. Use that French speed, team up and try and grab that A cap.
I will have to see. I don't know. You and I haven't really talked about this much, Stats, but over the course of the tournament, at least on the NA side, we saw a decided shift away from Stalingrad. Teams figured out they became very easy to burn out. You could concentrate a couple of Nevskys or a couple of Des Moines, and usually you could burn out a Stalingrad pretty effectively. And so we haven't seen too many single here and there. Maybe a couple teams run double. Did you have a similar experience in the EU bracket?
Yeah, we never really saw that many Stalingrads, maybe 1 or 2 for specific situations, and I think the reason that you're seeing Stalingrads here from OHBOY is because Stalingrad basically on this map, which is not that far between the caps, and you've got that beautiful gap in between B and C where you can get cross shots, and Stalingrad actually does have the ability to make those beautiful battleship-like cross shots with its AP. So I suspect it's specific to this map, and they're looking to get those really heavy hits on anything that accidentally just shows a little bit too much broadside across the map. But yeah, no, you're right. It's a bit risky, because if you're against something like a double Nevsky or even a Des Moines, you can very quickly burn down with the lack of fire prevention with the size of the ship. So yeah, hopefully they'll be able to get those cross shots. Not that I'm biased, of course. But
You're
hopefully they'll be able to.
sir.
Yeah, I think with you being an A and me being an EU, I think it's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're always going to root for our teams.
So yeah, it looks like they've gone 1 to each cap. So not only do they have that 12k radar coverage, they've also got the ability to make those big hits. And you can already see here Pod Nike AP out on Marin. Just because it's a cruiser, it doesn't mean it doesn't hit hard. That's 10k there on Marin.
Indeed.
So
Beautiful coordinated destroyer play over at the A cap between Pink Camouflage and Marcelo Pello. Both teams picking up a cap very quickly here. 3 minutes gone. SCCC on B, about to steal C, as the double Marceau tag team over here at A has obviously bagged that cap on behalf of OHBOY.
There are some dangerous looking torpedoes heading towards the gearing and the Des Moines of SCCC, but I don't think they have range.
They shouldn't.
No,
I'll be shocked if they do.
Marceau has 9-kilometer torpedoes as the original configuration that Kleber was tested with.
Just shy.
Not quite. I think they were hoping that they would turn in a little bit more than that. Okay, so we've 1 cap to OHBOY, 2 caps to SCCC. SCCC are pushing around with the Kleber of player 1 down on the 10 line. Dangerous prospect against a Des Moines and a gearing. Turning just back up to go into a kiting position and provide that spotting.
Dev Gogo took a hit somewhere along in there that I missed. He's getting smoked up by the gearing over here at the north of the A cap, just trying to kind of hold back the tide, make sure those guys don't try to sneak around. We saw last game Pink Camouflage's Kleber do just really mean things coming right up the 1 line. I think SCCC not wanting to deal with that again, so dumping a Des Moines over here in the hopes that they can prevent such a maneuver in this game.
Yeah, I suspect that Devagogo, I suspect it was again Pod Nike taking that shot as he just dipped in behind the island. So I think Pod is definitely there to try to counter that position. And I wonder, as that Des Moines now dug in, I wonder whether we'll see Pod Nike actually change positions. Devagogo is sitting in that smokescreen from the gearing. I think they're just waiting to see if Gearing's better concealment actually spots Pink Camouflage. Gearing probably running the legendary mod, which gives it the same detection as a Shimakaze, which is significantly better than Marceau. So
yes,
Nest will be able to spot Pink Camouflage before Pink Camouflage spots Nest.
Marin taking a 10k hit there from, I think, the Shikishima. Sending another salvo downrange. Looks like they got a glimpse of Marcelo's Marceau, who was trying to move into the bottom end of B. He took a chunk off of Fuzzballs. I assume Reunited put his radar up, or somehow they had a gunfight here. Both destroyers down some HP for sure.
Torpedoes heading towards Fuzzball's smokescreen. Z52, we don't see very many Z52s, but when they're played in the middle of the map like this with their Hydro, they can defend caps pretty well.
Now, one thing that's interesting to note, right? Fuzzballs is kind of out here by himself. The Ohio has backed off. There's not another ship out here to help him defend this cap, really. Especially for the position that Marceau has taken. The only SCCC ship with good shots is Marin's Yamato, who is indeed, actually, he's throwing shells at Horny Wookiee, it looks like, who is kind of starting to get low over here by the sea cap.
Yeah, down to 15k. Let's see if those APs... Yeah, those APs do.
Oh,
6-4. That was a lovely shot from Marin.
That's
like
a beautiful shot.
27, 26k. Yeah, that was a lovely shot.
It's a beautiful 9k hit, but Marcelo is charging Fuzzballs in the B cap. It seemed like they're going to try and push him out or just kill him. Marcelo getting some help now from Dark Angel Stalingrad, who has reversed far enough to throw shells out in that direction.
Wiki just reversing there while taking shells from Battleship. Difference in the Worcester.
Oh! Marcelo getting hit again. SCCC doing a better job defending Fuzzballs this time.
Still pretty even here on the points, with nearly 600 to SCCC to nearly 500 for OHBOY. Marcelo being pushed off the cap by Fuzzballs and the Ohio. Oh, unfortunate dispersion there from Peregrinus.
Fuzzballs kind of baiting Marcelo into firing. That'll open up his gun bloom, hoping to get his teammates to get more shells on him, but nobody really seems to land anything.
Yeah,
does push him out of the cap, though.
Digging that Z out is going to be pretty tricky with Marcelo being on quite low health. Sometimes teams will swap destroyers out. If one of them gets a bit too low health, they'll rotate them between the caps, but I don't think they're really in a position to do that right now.
They really aren't. Overall, SCCC not trading as well as OHBOY. OHBOY working on about a 60,000 HP lead if you look at the overall teams, but OHBOY has two ships that are probably under quite a bit of threat. Really shouldn't be spotted if they can help it, and that's Marcelo's Marceau and Horny Wookiee's Stalingrad.
Yeah, Horny Wookiee is in a really good position for the radar. So that 12k radar covers both B and C. But the problem with this position is that the low ends of the islands, at either end of this island that Horny Wookiee is sitting next to, can easily be lobbed by the stuff in the 10 line and the Yamato over on the 4 line. So Horny Wookiee needs to be really, really careful.
Well, he's moving up a bit now. He knows from that position he'll have much better cover from the Yamato, and he'll have total cover from the Ohio. The Peregrinus' Ohio has never had a shot there, and so now he's only having to deal with possibly if they can get eyes on him. Battleship Differences Worcester could farm him for some fire damage or whatnot. But I mean, that's probably how he got so low to begin with. He is back up 30,000 now with another heal going up at the moment.
So Endon in the gearing from OHBOY has just nosed into the cap there behind the island. So safe from the gearing in the Worcester, but the Stalingrad of Dark Angel has popped a radar. There is AP coming over. Yep, that gets a little reset.
There we go. We see Battleship Differences Worcester once again going for the farming HE damage on Horny Wookiee's Stalingrad. Even Eternal's Shiki is looking kind of beat up at the moment.
Yeah, they're definitely paying with their hit points here to try and hold this B, but they're not. They don't. The thing is, they are not even contesting B right now, so they're paying with these hit points, and they're not getting anything for it really.
Yeah, it feels like they've got these three ships kind of clustered here in between B and C that are getting kind of low. They're not. None of them are like super crazy in terms of it's about to die, but they're on the low side. And if you're SCCC, you're probably looking to make that pick, looking to pick up one of those kills somewhere. I'm sure that they're looking for a way they can get vision on those guys and try to wipe them out.
Peregrinus actually switches to HE to shoot on the gearing of Endon sitting in the cap. That's a pretty tight dispersion. Definitely Deadeye being used there.
He has been getting some resets on Endon.
Everett pushes gearing torpedoes out, down towards where Totally Balanced is. Cruisers do tend to, in this kind of competitive environment, stay in roughly the same position. So pushing out long-range torpedoes towards their current position is usually a pretty safe bet.
With the game half over, SCCC close to a 200-point lead, but it's not. It doesn't feel like anybody's running away with this game right now. Endern's back onto C contesting that, both teams ticking up a cap. But I will say it feels like SCCC, they've clawed back quite a bit of that health difference. They hadn't been trading very well early. They've made up some of that gap. It's pretty even now.
So let's just look at the how the team's currently deployed. You've got OHBOY actually pushing through the A cap, and they've pushed SCCC, or either SCCC have let them push through A. So OHBOY, I wouldn't say they've got better map control, but they're certainly owning that A cap over there, and able to maybe apply a little bit of pressure finally on B. But...
well, and SCCC's basically let them have it, right? They've pulled the Yami and the Des Moines and the gearing off that flank. What if that's doing, though, is it's allowing OHBOY to move that Stalin and Pepe Gaga's Republique into where they can have more of an impact in the middle of the board. And the B cap is the important play for the moment if you're SCCC, because you got to retain control of that cap. You've given up C, and, but I mean, man, look at Eternal. Eternal's gone to like 10K. If they can bag the Shiki, that would be big points. They moved S-Trip. Oh, they moved Fuzzballs over so they could. I thought they were going to try. They were keeping the Shiki on Hydro, but Shiki's on 500 HP.
I think, yeah, that move to Fuzzball. So Fuzzballs has been chipped down. So OHBOY do need to try and remove that, because Fuzzballs is basically the keystone here to the B cap. Pink Camouflage making a cheeky little push up towards the gearing in the Des Moines. I'm not sure that was entirely wise.
Republique salvo. Oh my goodness. They do finally bag the Shiki, but Dev Gogo goes out down. Crossfire from the Stalingrad in the middle of the board.
That now means that Pink Camouflage can potentially take on Nest, but that's a full health gearing, and you're a half health Marceau, so you're going to need a little bit of help.
Marin's Yamato way up on the top of the map also starting to get pretty low, down to 16K. Oh, they bagged Fuzzballs. That's a huge kill in the middle of the board.
That is going to allow, although the not entirely healthy Reunited is going to be able to push in, potentially, with Marcelo coming around to support.
Oh.
Torpedoes on Reunited.
He's going to dodge him, I think. No, he's going to take one.
No way. That's going to be
just
one on the belt.
7 minutes to play. We just had our first lead change. There's OHBOY going out in the lead now, but they're ticking up A and B, but SCCC's not out of this.
No, OHBOY is going to get the Marceau up behind the island, get it nice and safe, get the cap. Meanwhile, SCCC is pushing the Stalingrad of Dark Angel into Charlie, opposite Totally Balanced Des Moines.
Something I want to point out, it feels like we're seeing a bit of a philosophical difference. Up to this point, both SCCC battleships have been in an angled away, more or less kiting position. But if you look at what OHBOY's doing with theirs, right, they were much more aggressive with the Shiki. Yes, he's out now, but they're continuing to be a little aggressive with the Republique. And at the moment, they've parlayed all of that into what I consider to be a stronger board position.
Yeah, the Republique, as we were saying earlier, flanks really well. It's really its party piece, and you don't want Sniper there on your flank for sure.
There goes Marin, up 2 ships, up a cap, 40 seconds on the timer for SCCC. Their whole tournament hangs in the balance here to see if they can make a play in that time.
Yeah, OHBOY, the EU number 2's 1-0 here. So if they win this, that's it. SCCC will be out, and OHBOY will go through to the semis tomorrow.
They're gonna push these destroyers into B. They're gonna try and see if they can pick up Marcelo. They're at least gonna stop the points, but there's no way that for SCCC to stop the A cap points. I don't think it's gonna come in time.
No, absolutely. Even with that one cap
ticking.
Yay.
So you go from 10 seconds to 20 seconds. Big deal.
Yeah, they're going to have to block both caps, and they're going to have to start killing ships really quickly.
Yeah. They need to kill, and it's not going to happen.
No, Horny Wiki and Marcelo, both potentials, but not in 3 ticks. There's no way.
It's not going to happen.
Battleship
Oh
difference
boy, just
taking a little chunk. Nope.
playing a textbook game here, very patient, very calm, pushing when it mattered, and winning the series 2-0 here. They will be moving on to tomorrow, and we will see them again then. They have fought their way through to the semifinals. Congrats.
Absolutely. Well done to the EU team. Commiserations to SCCC. And to talk more about what we've just seen, let's go back to Chrysanthemum.